All right. So, Candlekeep, we're going to go to the map of Candlekeep. Boom. There it is. It is a big keep.
Oh, weird.
It is called Candlekeep because of the
Oh
bright
dear.
light at the top of the last spire there. From far away, it looks like a birthday cake with a bunch of candles on it. All of the towers were not,
They
well,
make candles and they keep them all.
the majority of the towers were not built here. They were transported from other places. And so what you have is a really eclectic mix of architecture inside the inner ward. But when people come to Candlekeep to research, they're only allowed in the Court of Air. No one's allowed past the Emerald Door unless you are a member of the Avowed. And the Avowed are the people that basically work in Candlekeep. It's the librarians, it's the what they call readers, which are the ranks, the upper ranks. There are guards and stuff that are also paid members of Candlekeep and are obviously inside the inner ward. It's not just scholars and sages and whatnots. But because of the backgrounds you guys chose, I'm going to make um, two uh, slight changes to the way this campaign is going to work. Because it's not supposed to be run as a single campaign. Obviously, it can, but it's meant to be adventures you just throw into an ongoing game. While the players are in Candlekeep researching something else, they happen to find this book that launches them off on a subplot, right? Because we're going to be constantly bouncing out of Candlekeep, I decided it'd be easier to make everybody working here. Because you went with a different background, but it actually works for your story, I'm going to say that you have been granted um, permanent access to the Court of Air section, right? So you're basically what they call a seeker. People who come here looking for answers for research and whatnot. Um, most of the time, I don't even think most of these adventures even take place on the other side of the Emerald Door anyway. And you can get access to the inner keep with permission from one of the readers or somebody who works there. Now, that being said, Eji's character took the cloistered scholar background, which is specifically from the Savage Frontier or Sword Coast Adventures book, which is a Forgotten Realms specific background that literally mentions Candlekeep in the description. So I'm going to say that her character has been involved in the functioning of Candlekeep long enough to be authorized to allow somebody past the Emerald Door. So in that way, you're kind of balanced out. Uh, she has the background that would allow her to basically enter the Great Library even after she quits working for Candlekeep altogether, because she's put enough of her life's work into here. Um, Whereas Mark and Bethany, well, I think you guys have what, Sage and Scribe backgrounds, are
Yep.
basically just paid staffers at the moment. Um, so to that end, right, the four of you, as well as potentially Sean and Jack, when they, if and when they end up joining the game, are in roughly the same age group, and so you've kind of taken to hanging out in off hours, um, outside of the keep. Like in the Court of Air, there's a temple of Ogma, which is the god of knowledge, which is the god that School of Koi worships. Actually works there now. Technically, she has quit Candlekeep, but not really, because she still services inside the Court of Air area. The Hearth, I believe, is a giant tavern, and the House of Rest is an inn. And both of those buildings are like Doctor Who's TARDIS. They're much larger on the inside, like literally. They're just extra planar spaces, basically. The pillars of pedagogy, or pedagogy, however you pronounce that word. That's where the seekers, the people who come here looking for books and stuff, that's where they get chambers designated for their study, for them to read and to learn and whatever they're doing, whatever they're here for. So, for the sake of this game, I forgot Chris's name because you don't have your tokens changed at the bottom. Class, again in there, has a room in the House of Rest and has like a section of the pillars that he's been using to research in his off hours. I feel like you've probably been here a year or more and you're not getting any closer to figuring out what you're looking for, and now you're just kind of using your charlatan wiles and your warlock charisma to not get kicked out of Candlekeep, because you're kind of living for free while you're in here. What else did I want to go over? There's a lot of stuff about the inner workings of Candlekeep, but I don't know how much you would know about them necessarily, so if they don't come up in the adventures, then you don't need to know them. But the three of you that do work here are considered members of the Avowed, which is basically what it's called if you work here. There are roughly 300 members, it says. The majority of them are low-level assistants, newcomers, or scribes who handle the everyday work in the keep. Then there's the Keeper of Tomes, the highest-ranking member of the Avowed, and the Governor of Candlekeep. You may end up running into him at some point. And then there are the readers, First Reader, Great Readers, Master Readers. There's a group of Avowed that stand in a area of one of the gardens and just constantly maintain a ritual chanting where they are reciting the prophecies of Alondo the Seer, who died centuries ago, but he had predicted a bunch of stuff, and so they maintain what they call the Endless Chant. If you ever play the original Baldur's Gate, there's a bunch of them chanting the wise Alondo sayings. It was kind of fun for me to read this. I was like, oh yeah, shit, I remember that from 30 years ago. Let's see. There's the Gate Warden. That's not too important for you. I thought I had a nice, cool picture. Here's Book of the Avowed. I don't know what that's for, but I'll post it somewhere. Throughout this adventure, you're gonna find books. The book tab is gonna be full of books. Well, I know, but there's
library.
You didn't play in the Bard game, but the Bard game, every adventure has a key. So there's a handout for each key that starts each adventure, and this one has a book. They have different covers, and it's kind of neat. I wish I could show you this cool picture of the inside of the Great Library. It's not shareable. Oh well. So we will begin our story this evening as the four of you are hanging out in the hearth here in the Court of Air. Let's see. The hearth appears to be a modest tavern of sturdy construction with warm light emanating from a pair of small windows on either side of the front door. Upon entering the establishment, you realize it's 3 times more spacious on the inside. There's an intricate clockwork device suspended in a 2-foot diameter, faintly glowing crystal orb embedded in the ceiling over the bar. You've heard it referred to as the geometric amplifier. It is the source of the magic maintaining the enlarged inner space. The bar will seat up to 20 customers, as well as a dozen soft, cushy armchairs encircling the fireplace in the center of the room. And there is a ogre seated at one of the seats by the fireplace. He has a monocle in one eye, and he holds a book. And he wears some fancy dress, and he seems to be perusing the book. And you know him. He's referred to as Little One.
What a
Hmm.
name.
Little One's story, as he likes to tell, is that he used to be much like the others of his kind, brutish and cruel. And he killed a party of halflings. And one of them was wearing a shiny gold headband. And when he picked it up and spent the night trying to figure out what it does, he accidentally attuned to it and it expanded to fit his head. When he put it on, it turned out to be a headband of intellect, and he became incredibly smart. He it says, with an improved ability to reason and ponder, the ogre felt compelled to appreciate the error of his ways and seek out a better life. He adopted the name Little One to honor the halfling whose life he cut short, and he has moved to Candlekeep, hoping to learn as much as he can. He's relatively quiet. He spends most of his time just sitting back and reading, but he always has time to wave, say hello to any of the avowed that come in here, and he's always taking recommendations for new books to read. He's currently reading Storm King's Thunder. It follows the exploits of a band of adventurers seeking a Storm King giant named Hecaton, which I'm playing through with Hunter on Saturday nights. Whenever she gets back to running it. That's funny. But besides that, you are, doing your thing, hanging out, having drinks or whatever it is. It's always the awkward first game. How to set up this book. I'm gonna say School of Koi was asked, if you're going down to the hearth, could you see if Matrius is there? He is a seeker that had come to Candlekeep looking for the book, and he hasn't been seen since, and he hasn't returned to the book yet. And so while you're down in the Court of Air, if you could look into that for us, that would be great.
I'm gonna need you to work on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to come in on the week. Yeah, exactly. That'd be great.
Yeah.
But all you know about Matrius, besides the fact that he borrowed a book called The Joy of Extra Dimensional Spaces, is that he's been here for a week and hasn't checked in, hasn't returned the book, hasn't given any updates on his progress. You are pretty sure he was staying in the House of Rest. That would be logical, and he had much like Class or Cleus, he would have a set room in the pillars where he would have been doing his research. So you show up at the hearth to hang out with your friends, and then
Oh well, okay, yeah.
there's kind of a hey, you guys want to do this while we're here instead of just sitting around drinking, whatever. Because that's how we set up adventures in D&D. I force it upon you.
Like spinach on a child.
Yes. I pry your mouth open and shovel the spinach forth.
No, you just put it on top of them.
Oh, could do that.
You gotta wilt it first.
Right.
Steam it a little in the pan so it gets all droopy. That way it doesn't just fall off.
Wow.
I like
uncooked spinach. Groupie spinach is
Same.
just wrong.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what would you like to do? You have a couple drinks. You say hi to little one, and it's your day off, or it's not your day off, but it's your day of not having to do too much, so you can run an errand.
Sure, I need to move around. I've been sitting still all day. Yeah, where are we going?
Well, I just give the spiel that I was told.
Mm-hmm. Well, you basically have two places you could check. You could check the House of Rest, or you could go over to the Pillars of Pedagogy. Pedagogy.
I was gonna say House of Rest first.
Because it's close.
I mean,
We
I
can take a
didn't
nap
use-
while we're there.
Isn't that why it's called the House of Rest?
Yeah, it's a big inn. Now, the House of Rest, where Gannon has a room, is a 3-story bunkhouse that provides seekers with a place to rest and store their gear. The rustic accommodations include both private rooms and common rooms. In addition to comfortable lodgings, the House of Rest offers guests peace and quiet. Noisy patrons are directed to the hearth if they want to continue their revels. The House of Rest can hold up to 50 guests comfortably, and if more space is needed, then there are magical means at their disposal. A quick ask around. Nobody has seen Matrius in a few days.
Well?
No, he's got a room here, right?
Got a room here, yes.
We should go check
This
out the
place is so boring.
Oh,
When they told me it was a house of rest, I was expecting a house of pleasure.
are you Matt Berry from What We Do in the Shadows? I'm Jackie Daytona.
That's how we talk in Arizonias.
I like it. What do you want to do? Sorry.
We should go check out the room. His
Oh, well, I'm sorry. That's a private residence.
Hmm.
Is it like in a hallway?
It's one of the rooms upstairs. It's on the 3rd floor. But I'm sorry, if you don't, without his express permission, I can't allow you in. Unless you make a persuasion roll high enough to convince me otherwise.
Hmm.
It's not really a matter of asking his permission because
Oh.
apparently he hasn't told anybody how he is in the last, what did they say, week?
Yeah, about a week. She's pulling rank.
So it is a matter of making sure he's all right now and is not in danger.
I still need a persuasion roll, but you can get it with advantage. Because I'm kind and generous. Oof. That's Bethany. That's not. I was like confused for a second.
Yeah.
Just give the door a sniff and see if he's dead.
Ooh. Well, this is first adventure, so a 10's going to be good enough for me. She says, very well then, but please, a quick check and then bring me back the key so I don't get in trouble. And she hands you a key to room 301.
You got it, dude.
All right.
Is this full house?
And you upstairs and pop the key in the lock and open the room, and it is a fairly neat bedroom with a lockbox. The lockbox is open. You don't see any of his gear present. The sheets are folded. Doesn't look like it's been slept in a few days. There's a quill and parchment on one of the desks, so it looks like he was writing something at some point, but And you know what, just to
It's
make
not
sure you
full
don't
of
think
writing
he's
anymore?
and just so you don't think he skipped town, I'm gonna say that yeah, there's a small duffel bag with a spare change of clothes tucked neatly under the bed.
Okay, so he was not expecting to go away. If he was, he would have taken these with him.
Is there any writing in the?
No, it's just like the ink and pen.
Damn.
Maybe some loose papers, but
I doodle a stick figure with boobs.
I just start snooping around.
Another
Like,
masterpiece.
I don't even know what I'm going to be looking for. I'm just can't sit still, so I'm trying to help by just looking at anything and everything.
well, I would have you roll, but there's nothing to find, so
I successfully make a mess of the room. Yes!
yes, you probably do
Rabbit
that, yeah.
pellets everywhere.
Oh,
Oh, different kind of mess. Okay.
well, you have another lead, or you have another place to check.
Guys, this is not how we found this room.
I didn't touch anything.
Would you like to go to the
Alright, I
last
suppose
place?
we
Onward.
Yeah, might as well.
All right. The pillars of pedagogy. I'm gonna find out how it's pronounced, and I'm gonna-
Pedagogy.
Yeah, I think it's pedagogy. Yeah. All right. Well, when you arrive at the pillars and the desk person asks you your reason for being there, she notices Gannon and asks if he wants his. If you're here to do your research, starts fishing for the key that you would use.
Not today.
Well, then what can I help you with?
What's that dude's name?
Matrius.
We're looking for Matrius.
Matrius.
Have you
Matrius.
seen him?
Pulls out a big ledger, one monocle goes up. It's just flipped
He hasn't
through.
been seen in days.
Matrius, yes, the this elderly sage fellow. He was he's in room blah 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 blah. Big room number. I can take you there if he's not busy.
At the House of Rest, we were just there. He's not there.
No. Here in the pillars, he has a research office he's been using.
that'd be cool.
Let's give it a knock.
Very well then. And they
Let's check our spread.
escorts you to the room, and the attendant opens the door, and you can peek inside. And I'll bring you over here. Oops, it's dark. Let's put a light in there. Oops.
I see nothing.
Ding. Nope, that's a door. That's not a light. Get out of here, door. I want a light.
Boxing us in.
Place light.
Oh, I can see now.
I mean, I could see before.
I don't know why this is not. Oh, I know why. I've got the stream going over here. I need to use somebody else's screen so that I can see it too. I'll do E-Joy's character.
I like how there's a door token.
Yeah, I put it there even though there's not actually a door there.
So all this stuff on the wall, are those
Bookshelves?
bookshelves?
They're like bookshelves
They're
and
not
whatnot.
books, they're like books.
Yeah, I didn't make this version of the map. The room, I have a description of it here in a second, as soon as I can find it.
Well, it looks like pizza. It's supposed to.
Yeah. Did you link that video the other day?
I don't. I think I did at some point.
It's horrifying.
Not recently, but yeah.
No. I remember I linked the Spaceballs 2
Yeah.
teaser.
Yeah, we watched that. You are shown into the private study room assigned to Matrius, and you find it unoccupied. You do find his personal effects, and a handful of books remain. The book he was researching, Joy of Extra-Dimensional Spaces, is open on the main desk. The book
I
itself-
immediately start to read it.
The
It's-
book itself is covered in writings in the margins and along the borders, and the writing looks old. It doesn't look like Matrius did it.
What kind of writing is it?
That's a defacement of library property.
So this,
Typical wizard scrawl.
well, one thing
Like
you would know,
interested in.
working in Candlekeep, is that they'll have multiple editions of the same book if it's been annotated by a notable person who read it. You know what I mean? It'd be like finding Einstein's book on relativity with all of his personal notes all along the insides and margins and stuff like that. So it's likely that this book was previously owned by somebody, and that's what Matrius was researching. You said you're looking at the bookmark?
Yes, I am.
Give me an Arcana roll.
I'm investigating the room.
Okay. A lot of the notes are taken in shorthand with magical notations and symbols that you just can't decipher.
Yeah, it's not my strong suit this time around.
So
Let
if
me
I
have
also
a
wanted
look.
to look at it, would I also do Arcana?
Yes. Does anybody else want to read it too? You can make out that it seems like there's a reference to opening dimensional portals, and it mentions this room actually, like this specific room number in the Pillars of Pedagogy. But there's a bit that's just not, you don't quite understand. Ooh. Koi, you can decipher the part that she can't understand. It is command word, the word scepter.
But he also liked to play.
Quick, say it out loud.
What?
I point to the words. I point to what I read,
Mm-hmm.
and I tell them that this word right here, that's a command word, although I'm not sure what will happen once the command word is spoken.
I stare at it. It didn't go, oh, you mean this one right here, Scepter?
You can't read it. You didn't make the.
Oh,
thing. That's the
that's
thing.
right.
It's written in an Arcana script. So she would have to say it or tell you what the word is.
I mean, and holding the book, right? Or
You're not sure.
You should say it and see what happens.
Nope.
Do it.
It's a vampire with a sugar thirst.
I suppose, yeah, I guess.
You utter the command
Oh.
word.
Yeah.
Okay. As you say the word clearly and into the air, a magical translucent blue portal appears.
Ooh. We're going through it, right?
I don't know. It looks pretty whirlpooly to me.
Looks pretty to me.
Is it sucking things in or just?
It's just a doorway. It's the most blue looking portal icon I had available.
No,
It does
let's
look
find
cool.
out. Dexterous shove. I'm
Wait, who's
Ganon.
he shoving?
Yeah, who you shoving?
Ganon.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like the other two too much so far,
Oh,
so I'm
alright.
shoving him first.
Let's see. What's the grapple or shove up? You can use your dex modifier instead of your strength modifier to determine the save DC. Okay. I'm not sure what you roll against. I'm guessing it would be a dex save. Are you following him through if he goes through?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm
Unless I hear horrible screaming, then no.
You do notice, where did it go? Did I already close that tab? I believe it is slowly getting smaller.
I'm jumping in then.
Yep, the door slowly begins to fade, and it's
So
apparent that they'll disappear in a matter of minutes.
Is 19 enough to make that save?
Yes, it is definitely enough.
Okay.
but
I
it-
stumble out of the way after he
That-
so rudely shoves
I
me.
mean, a sweet
All right.
bear.
What the hell, man? I
I turn it into a I'm shoving you aside so I can jump in sort of
And
motion.
then before you can counter his thing, he's gone. Boop.
Yep.
And it looks like Zarigia went in as well.
Jenna's candy.
I'm going to
Zarissa?
leave a little
Sorry.
note.
Okay.
Like Martha with a Z.
Oh, Zarissa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Narissa explains it all. If you know that old show.
Right.
I grabbed the
Including
book because I have a feeling that maybe this guy went in there and couldn't get back out again because he left the book behind.
but
Ooh.
Jenna
So
loves him.
anybody coming in here will read the note saying, I believe I
She had time
have
to read a note
an
before the portal
idea.
closes?
Yeah, the portal's closing, so you got to write quick.
Right. I have an idea of where he is. If we aren't back in a few days, say this word, and I'll write the command word on it.
Okay. And then you jump in as well.
Yeah.
All right. Game over. Make new character. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
All right. You went through first. You went through right behind. You went through as well, and you went through as well. Woof woof! You emerge through the portal in a grand foyer of a mansion. Behind you, the portal where you were now just looks like a double door. The ceiling arches 15 feet overhead, and long hallways stretch out to either side of the foyer. Standing in the middle of the area is a middle-aged man wearing gray robes. He is startled when you appear. He says, "Good gracious me! I need to introduce myself. I am Matrius. How did you find yourselves here?"
We went into your study.
We jumped into your hole.
Greetings, Matrius. It's I, Clay Scannon.
Hello, Clace. Nice to meet you. I think I saw you in the halls just the other day. Oh, I see you brought the book. Fascinating. Excellent. Wait, no.
I don't go into a hole unless I know I can get back out again.
This mansion is...
That should be on the t-shirt.
it was the portal
Don't go
closing?
to a hole until I can come outside.
Was the portal closing when you came through? There's still like a faint
was.
blue glow to the doorway. He's like, "I think I can stabilize it. Hold on, just wait right here." Oh shit! Let me read this first. I was gonna reread this afternoon and I didn't have time. Been trying command words for half an hour to get this portal open. I believe there's a treasure trove of information in here. This manor was owned by a mage named Fistandania. Fistandia, yes. She annotated that book, and she always used to rent the same room in the Pillars of Pedagogy. I think this is why. She had a secret hole here. I believe there's...
I knew a Fistandia
I wanna
in
know
the
about her
whole
secret
house
hole.
in Waterdeep.
I believe... Wow. I believe there is much to be found here. Like this, and he holds up an intricately carved figurine that he found. He's like, I would love to explore more of this mansion, but I think I can stabilize the door on the other side. If you would like to take notes, I know that some of you work for Candlekeep, yes? You know that there is a standing rule. Well, I'm not going to say it in his voice. You would know that Candlekeep has a standing rule. Any extra dimensional spaces, and there are a lot of them, once they're discovered, they're explored, cataloged, and then if they're found to be of use, then it'll be, annotated. They'll have the whole bells and whistles and stuff like that, and keep it open. And if it is useless or dangerous, it will be immediately dispelled. And so he says, I will take the book and I will go and stabilize the portal so that he says, look at me, I'm not equipped to explore a place like this. Finding it was my notations for history. But I can be much more
You've been
useful
gone
back in
for a
Candlekeep.
week.
How long?
A
No,
week. It's
sure-
been
sure-
noticed.
Surely not. Well, then let me...
That's the only reason we are here right now is because somebody noticed you were gone.
Oh, I'm heartwarmed to know that I was missed. But before we're trapped in here, let me go and get this squared away. Might I have the book?
I hand him the book.
Okay. He
Or we
says-
should just go back with him to make sure they can stabilize the damn portal.
could, but then we don't have an adventure.
Come back in when, people know that we found an extra dimensional space and can get permission to explore it.
Oh, they're going to explore it anyways. We can just do it now.
And then nobody in Candlekeep will know where we are, and then they'll send somebody else.
Well, as you are debating it with them, he will take the book and walk toward the portal. It's still like just a faint shimmering blue, and he kind of reaches out toward it, and as his hand makes contact, he disappears.
Does the book go with him?
The book goes with him, yeah.
God damn it.
So
much for that.
Seconds later, there's a shriek. Ah! And then the blue fades out.
Alrighty then.
God
Oh,
So
damn it.
exploration it is! Yay!
Are these doors? Is this
They are
3 doors on this side and two
Yeah,
doors on the other
this
side?
adventure predates
Stairs.
the cool door tokens that came out later. Let me check something. Okay. Here's a way to a long hallway that runs the length of the extra-dimensional mansion with several doors on the wall opposite the entrance. When you can see out through the windows, well, there's no windows in this hallway, but I think there are windows. Yeah, there are. Okay. Sorry. Wow, yes, there's a set of stairs going up. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4 doors along the north wall and one on either end of the hallway.
Start with this one.
All right. You open the door. You open the door to the Arboretum. The end of the building is an arboretum with open arched walls. Flowering shrubs and small trees grow between paved paths that meet in a semicircular patio.
Is this white line supposed to be a solid wall that we can't see through?
I'm reading the text. Hold on a second. You can, in fact, see through it.
Okay.
There's no sun, but 2 glowing orbs hang above the plants, bathing them in light. There are colorful blossoms everywhere, filling the air with their perfume. Outside the, whatever you want to call that, I'm assuming it's like one of those wedding arches, you know, the fancy latticework wood type things. You just see a swirling purple miasma.
That we can apparently walk off into.
Well, you shouldn't be. That's because there's no actual lighting wall there, but that was before they had 2-way walls. Yeah, if you walk out into that, you're just floating in purple nothingness.
Floating or falling forever?
Probably falling forever, more likely.
Flip through the map.
Yep, you clip away. There's a soft giggle in the room.
I start poking around the bushes.
Okay.
Oof.
As you approach one of the bushes and you poke into it. Ooh, does that make it? Ooh, 1 second. Oh, okay. Make a wisdom saving throw, please. As a
Everyone?
puff of no, specifically Ganon, as a puff of gas seems to emit from the plant. You do not inhale. You are able to shake it off. And whatever just blew the gas at you leaps from the plant, seemingly invisible, and flies over to a different one. You see the plants move, but you don't see the creature.
Get out of that shrubbery at once and explain yourself.
The 2 glowing orbs are drift globes that you are probably familiar with.
Grow
one
lights.
Don't those give off light, and then you can
Yes.
leave them
They
in
float
place,
along
but
behind you.
at a certain distance, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you get too far away, then they just fall down.
I'm poking around the bushes with my dagger, specifically. Not
Okay.
like a thrusting, stabbing motion, but you know.
Right. As you the first bush or where the one that moved to or wherever it moved to.
The one he moved to.
Okay. What languages do you speak?
I speak. Where are they? Obviously, common.
Yep.
Elvish and Sylvan.
Perfect. In Sylvan, you hear a soft voice saying, "Ow! Ow! Don't poke me!" And there's like a predator vision shimmering shape of what looks like a small dragon.
Come out of there and show yourself.
It becomes visible. Boink. Do you see it?
Fairy dragon?
Oh. It's not very nice looking.
Yeah, it looks scarier than the description. He says, "Not nice, not nice," and then hops to a different higher tree.
Say, can you show us the way out of here?
No! Goes invisible again.
Little bastard.
Meanwhile, it looks like some of our other players have moved to a different room. Let's see, you are in the dining room. Large windows form the entirety of one wall, looking out on 3 planted beds filled with vegetation. Well, yes. That's why you could walk right through there, apparently.
Oh, so you're not that. That's why I was asking. Are you supposed to be able to walk through that door? It's just a window.
It says it's a window.
Like
Yeah,
that wall,
that's why they
yeah.
didn't illuminate it. So yeah,
'Cause I see the door into that room over there.
Yeah, so let's take you back out of that. I can actually do this. I did not notice this before, or I would have fixed it.
I'm gonna go grab another slice of pizza.
Okay.
Maybe look and see if there are any other doors like walls like that.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna matter too much. Because it doesn't look like it. It's not a huge place.
So that's supposed to be a window?
Yeah, I'm actually making it a window right now.
So what if I went in here
Oops, hold
and then
on.
walked through?
Yeah, I just have to click it and make it transparent. There, look at that.
Yeah.
Now you can see it, but you can't go through it. All right, well,
So
you
yeah,
can
what if I walk around and
see
go in
a
the
dining room. Well, first you'd want to go into... Let's see, where are you? Oh, he's not here anymore. Matreus, you're not here anymore.
Well, I assume we have to go over to this door first.
Yep. Sorry, I'm fiddling with some things here.
I can't find where my character token went. It was under somebody else's, I think. Oh, I see my name, but I can't move it.
You are under somebody.
Yeah, I'm under Himbawoo.
Timbawoo. Okay,
Did
so
you guys leave the room?
yeah, they're in the hall. They're heading to the hallway toward the dining room. Although for some reason there's a door here too. It's just,
I'm not
it's-
seeing
I
it
know
right
it's
now.
not on the art. I found somebody else's art. I can show you. Let's see. This is what the original looks like. So you can see
Oh.
why I replaced it.
Oh,
Ah,
weird.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
for some
there's
reason,
a door there, but there's not a door there.
right? Apparently, the person who drew the door or drew the map didn't realize there was a door there. So if you want to open that door, I can open that door instead. If you want to go into the dining room.
No, we can go around because apparently this
No,
room
we'll
might
open
lead
that
into
door.
this room.
All right. Well, let me. Ooh, what are you seeing? What is that thing?
It's a frog.
I don't know what it is. Hold on a second. Oh, the door to this room is left slightly open. Oh, well, I guess it was easy to open. The aromas of cooking permeate this kitchen. A large iron stove takes up one wall, and the rest of the room is filled with large tables and racks lined with hanging pots, pans, and cooking utensils. Everything is sparkling clean. The
Art
kitchen
does
is run by
not-
2 homunculi. They look up as you enter. And with a flapping of wings, one of them, the one closest to the stove, flies. Why are you up the stairs?
Right.
Flies
Well,
over
apparently I can't go up the
to
stairs.
land in front of you, not blocking you, but like that. And he bows low and says, "How can we be of help to our honored guests? Cooking, cleaning, mending your clothes, perhaps?"
Oh, there's still no door there.
I didn't open it.
No.
No.
What the hell? It's open.
Well, I can force my way through.
Yeah, you can get in.
Oh.
Let me
Oh,
move-
this door. All right. Okay.
It's a tiny little knock. Let me grab you, Cannon. Get in. There, you're in now.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other room over
No,
here.
they went
Yeah.
into this.
Oh,
That's what EJ was saying. So I thought you were coming in
Okay.
the kitchen.
Right, well, because I figured the kitchen leads to the dining room through this door.
Right. What was
What
that?
world was that?
I don't know. Somebody made a horse noise.
Jared's playing Roblox.
Is there anything you want? I'm Cumin. This is Coriander. At your service, says Coriander.
yeah.
Spicy.
Why, thank you.
Yeah.
Fresh bread, soup, roast chicken. We don't have chicken. Oh, sorry.
No burritos.
What's a burrito?
That's a no, Gannon.
Name's like human and coriander, you know, just a figure.
What are we doing in here? We're just
Kind of want some
exploring.
stew now, but, you know.
I know, right? Sounds good.
Well, you're trying to find a way out because the portal closed behind you.
Right.
I'll have a bit of that cheese wheel if you don't mind.
Why, of course. Goes over
How-
and delicately cuts off a slice of cheese. Bigger? Crackers?
That'll be fine. You have any wine?
Pulls out a charcuterie board.
I think we have wine. Do we have wine? We have wine. I'll get you some wine.
He whines enough as it is.
And he hops through a doorway up here. Boink. And oops, don't delete Coriander, delete the door. There we go. And he comes back with a bottle and he pops the cork for you. Here you go, some wine.
You're just gonna give him the bottle?
A glass. Good idea. Grabs a glass. Anything else? We live to serve.
Do you
I,
know the way out of here?
I take a sip of the wine. and
The
I
way
give
out
you, like,
of where?
We came through a portal, and now we're not sure how to get back to where we came from.
Have you asked that nice old man in the hallway?
He went back through the portal that we came through.
Oh, so why don't you go that way?
It's gone.
Oh. Well, good thing there's plenty of food.
Yeah, definitely. I say with slight sarcasm.
How long was the old man here in the hallway?
I don't know time, but not too long.
Time's definitely different here then, because even he didn't think he was gone for a week.
He was here after the masters left, and that was a long time ago.
The Masters?
Yes. They created the mansion, and
Who
they
are they?
created us.
Oh,
History check? Does sound like anything?
Not with that roll.
No, not with that roll at all.
Human was made by Fistandia, and I was made by Freya.
What about this history check?
You haven't heard of Fistandia or Freyot, but there's a lot of wizards.
Didn't we hear of Fistandia? Didn't you say
Fistandia
something
is the
about
one
that? Did
who.
the old guy say that?
Yes, and
Yeah, the old guy.
and she's the one that made all the notations in the book, supposedly that you used to
Okay.
get here.
What's the other name?
Freyot.
Is there a library in this castle?
That's a good question. Let me quickly skip. Library, no. Laboratory, yes. Oh, yeah, there is a library and a laboratory.
In a
What is the
lavatory.
description of the library?
Where's the library?
Can you point it? Yes, where's the
The
library?
library is at the far end of the hallway on the other side of the mansion.
Well, the cheese is all right, but the wine is shit. Let's go.
Oh,
Be
my
careful of the books.
what do you mean? Be careful of the books.
The master said don't touch any books that have single letters on the spines.
All right, thank you for the heads up.
And also, somebody keeps piling them up.
I've obviously missed that part since I walked down the other hall.
Yes.
You said single letters.
To the library!
They did say single
Open
letters.
the door.
Okay.
Open
I
the
put my head
door.
to the kitchen door and I'm like, so would you mind starting me some stew? Because walking to the
Of
library
course!
is really gonna make me hungry.
They start dicing up veggies and whatnot.
Thank you.
All right, are you opening
so
the
much.
end of the hall
I'll be
door?
Yeah, isn't that where they said the library
They
was?
said they said it's at the end of the hall.
Oh.
So
I will
yes.
Open the end.
All the way on the other side.
Right. You see a patio, semicircular patio paved with gray flagstones, lit by the swirling indigo miasma that surrounds the mansion.
Well, this isn't it.
Can I open this
Must
door?
be the other door.
You can open that door, which leads to a library.
I
Hey,
opened
library.
This door.
You will open that door, which is
Does it also lead to
the library. Yes. Tall shelves filled with books line the walls of this room. Two more shelves run through the middle of the room with a 10-foot wide aisle between them. Several stacks of books are piled high throughout the room. There are small reading desks with cozy scarlet chairs in the corner. As you move through the room, one of the books... how does this say this? Hold on a second. One of the heaps of books. As the characters move through the room, this from the 10-foot wide. Okay, so there are bookshelves, as you notice, and the one closest to where you guys are standing here starts to topple over. I need Ganon and Zarissa to make dexterity saving throws. All right. So Ganon is able to kind of redirect it, I guess. But it ends up falling on Zarissa. And so you are knocked prone and restrained. As this happens, a swirling... oops, I don't want to move you. I'm going to move... Where did it go? Shit. Ah, there we go. Nope, I moved you. I'm going
Yeah, there's also no light for me
crazy.
anymore.
I
There we
know,
go.
because I I brought you to the GM layer instead of bringing the thing on the GM layer to the token layer. A swarm of
Ooh,
books
Demon book.
attacks. A swarm of animated
Hear the
books.
Final Fantasy fight music.
Nope, we're gonna keep this music. Oh, are you kidding? It doesn't have the initiative button for me? No! No! It's the end of the world. I have not had to make a macro in a long time. So this is gonna take me a second. Because I need it. There it is. Copy.
There it is.
Oh yeah, it's in a weird place on these character sheets.
I'm still not used to the new layout.
Okay, so now I should be able to click on that guy. And there we go. Sweet. Okay, everyone else has rolled. It is descending order. The swarm of books is attacking you, but it goes at the end of the turn, so... looks like Himbo is first. Himbo.
Yep. Okay. Move up here. Here, let's see. And ow.
That is a hit for
Oh.
sure.
Yeah, this is technically just a renamed unarmed strike for when I can do martial arts.
Okay.
And yeah, it appears when I actually flip a switch to turn on my martial arts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like I didn't realize that until just a few moments ago.
Yeah, there's a lot of like hidden things in these character sheets that we don't notice until later.
Oh, it-
Go ahead and roll damage.
And
Yeah, I had to equip my leather armor.
damage.
It didn't auto-equip.
9.
Okay. And you don't have any offhand or bonus actions at this level.
Well, technically, that could be an offhand.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can do that anymore. Until you get to the
Marsh-
level where it says you can use a bonus action to make additional attacks or whatever.
Bonus unarmed
Got all-
strike, level 1.
Okay, well there we go.
Yeah, all you have to
So yeah, I could use that as my bonus and then do a one-handed spear.
That's a hit. Ooh, another 9. He's got a spear which now has a handful of books skewered on it. So the spear's kind of vibrating and trying to move, but otherwise it is restrained. There are still a couple books still swirling about. And Clace.
I will move over here so I can see the books.
Okay.
Eldritch Blast!
Ooh, disadvantage because you're within melee range.
Sure.
That's, yeah, okay. Damage? Okay, 3 damage. Alright.
Just a little.
It's still up. There's one last book just fluttering about. Zarissa, you are on the ground and prone. You need to make a athletics check to get the bookshelf off of you.
Or not.
Nope, or not.
Just stay there.
So
Forever.
you are, yes, so you are under the bookshelf, protected from the swarm of books, which is going to attack Mark. The swarm of book. Swarm has half hit points or less, so it uses this attack roll, and it does not hit you. I don't know why it rolled with advantage, but 10, I don't think it's going to hit you. Oh, wait.
No.
That's CJ. Okay. Wow, AC 19. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you do not take any damage. It is Koi's turn.
Well, I don't want to use any
Actually, how is
Sacred
my
Flame
AC
and
that
or Word
high?
of Radiance type spells in here because it is a library. So
It's your Dex and your Wisdom modifiers added together, Mark. Unarmed
Yeah,
strike.
that's
That is a
3
hit.
and 3 and 3. That should be 6.
Oh,
So it should be 16.
it was doing this with me and. Oh no, it was hit points. It was doing that too.
Yeah, it was double adding
The tough feat.
tough.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, dexterity bonus, monk unarmored, defense AC. Yeah, it's double adding.
All right, you'll have to make an adjustment and figure it out.
Yeah, it's 16.
Does anybody have the tough feat? Are we getting somebody with bonus hit points too? It doesn't look like it.
No, I
I got,
think
like,
that
no
was
hit
only
points, so-
happening because it was coming from that background,
Yeah.
and it was a pre
Oh, 'cause we both took
2024
it.
background.
Right. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't matter what you do for damage, Koi. You take out the book.
Oh, that's fun. Anyone want to help lift this bookshelf off?
Athletics tests.
Sure. I pretend that I'm helping.
Okay.
Wow.
Is anyone actually making the? Okay. It looks like you're trying to lift that bookshelf. He doesn't seem to have the strength for it, unless someone else is helping.
Yeah, I'll help.
All right. It's close, but it's heavy, and you can't get the leverage. Are you also pushing from the floor, Bethany?
Hold on. Where is it?
I'm currently standing on the bookshelf while trying to
no, I
lift
am
it.
not.
Well, I
No,
was
I am
gonna
not.
say instead of you rolling, you can have School of Koi roll again because she can get advantage with you helping.
Come on, put your back into it.
Well,
He looks like a
since
deceiving
combat
guy,
is
too.
over, eventually you struggle with it, but you finally get it off you.
Or at least enough so I can crawl out of it.
Right.
Almost broke a sweat.
Uh-huh.
All right. So now that the attacking books have stopped attacking you,
why does Clace remind me
Are
of
they-
Newsworthy?
What?
Jeremy might actually get the joke.
well, I didn't hear what you said.
I didn't hear the rest of what you
yeah,
said.
you cut
Shut
off
up.
at the end.
Clace reminds me of Newsworthy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm
There's
seeing
actually a
that
girl
very in
killer
my head. It's
whose
like
name
perfect.
is Newsworthy.
He's doing.
See? See?
So what are you doing?
I'm investigating the book.
All right,
I was gonna say, are the books still on the ground? Because I was gonna see if they had
There's-
any of those single
There's books
letters
on the
them.
bookshelves. There's books on the ground. There's books all throughout
I
the
am
room.
not looking for some.
I'd
No,
like
I
to
mean the one that we
search-
just fought.
Because
Well, that one too, but I'd like to search for something.
Chris, I gotta turn
we
you up a little
possibly
bit.
don't
You're
have.
a little bit quiet for some reason. Because anytime anybody else talks,
I'm-
you get drowned out.
yeah, I'm not looking to avoid books with.
How about
single
now?
letters on them because I missed it. I
Okay.
walked out too soon.
Right. Well, make a perception roll if you're searching the room for anybody. All of you. Oh, investigation. Investigation.
Perception.
Investigation works. But perception is what it calls for. Let's see.
Oh, I could do
14,
perception.
22, 5, and 17. I'll allow either one.
Okay.
Gannon, you find on
Are you
one of
taking
the,
my perception or my investigation?
I'm going with your investigation. I'm going with your first roll.
Okay.
You find on a reading desk a jeweled letter opener that seems to be semi-valuable.
Of course he did.
I pocket it.
But Zarissa finds a book with a single letter R on the spine.
All right, I'm putting that one back down. This one's one of the ones we were told not to look at unless somebody else wants to attempt to look at it. But I am not.
No, but maybe we should bring it and see what wards there might be on it back at home, so we can put this one in a backpack somewhere.
Sure, here, you take it. I don't want anything to do with it.
The cover of the book matches the Joy of Extra-Dimensional Spaces book.
The one that
Yep.
Matria
Picture
said.
of a bald guy with a beard and goatee.
Oh.
Mysterious wizard
Okay,
from
well,
a
give it
completely
here.
different campaign setting
I put my hand out for
that
the
Chris Perkins looks like really well when he dresses up as him at PAX Unplugged.
book.
So yeah, we're definitely gonna put that one in a backpack. Yeah.
I'll take the book and pop it open.
There is nothing written inside the book.
Sure, if he just took it out of my backpack. I was deliberately not giving him the book.
Oh, all right.
Oh, okay.
So you never got the book. Sorry.
So we
So
do
we
not
don't know
know
what's in it.
that it has
We
nothing
do
inside.
not know that it has nothing inside.
We don't know nothing.
Yes, scratch that. You don't not know it. Did you take the letter opener? I'm just curious.
I did.
Did anyone
did.
take any of the drift globes either? If you wanted to or not.
Yes.
No.
Sure.
Yes.
All right. Well, there were two. I don't know if you want both, but if you do, you better
I
keep a
want one of
tally
each.
somewhere.
I'm pretty sure that I want both.
What if I want one?
Or we want both.
I do have a party treasure, or you can put it on your
Inventory?
show. Yeah, just drag it and drop it. You just have to search it in the compendium and then just drag it onto your character sheet.
Yeah, but my character sheet has to be over on the same
Yeah,
screen.
that's true.
Do I just write in bejeweled letter opener?
Yes, it's worth 20 gold. I will tell you.
How do I add items?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm not even 100% sure.
I could add anything else and then just change it.
You might be able to just add, drag, and drop. Did you fix your armor class, Mark? You did.
Yes, I did.
Did you see what was causing it?
Yeah. It it listed off my wisdom bonus as a secondary dex bonus, like monk dex
Oh,
bonus, instead of calling it wisdom. So
I see. So
I
it was
guess
applying
I went in
twice.
earlier and added in the wisdom because
Mm.
that's what it's supposed to be. But yeah,
Okay. I noticed this when I was making a dance bard as a test run for the Spelljammer game, when Chris still thought we were supposed to be 5th level, and it was putting my dex at 13, and I'm like, my dex is supposed to be, or my armor class was 13, and I'm like, it's supposed to be a 16. So I went in and I changed it, and then I noticed that there was a toggle in the features and traits that said dance armor class or whatever it is, and once I toggled that, my armor class jumped up to like a 19 or something. So it was just that I forgot to turn it on. It wasn't that it wasn't making the calculations correct. So we're still learning these characters.
Yeah, there's a
They're
lot of
little weird.
new toggles and things.
Yeah. Okay, so what would you like to do now? You have a book with an R on it.
Might as well go check out what the rest of the rooms have in them.
The room.
Yeah. Let's.
You opening that door?
I want. Yes.
All right. Doink. You see the
Oh,
exercise
what is
room.
that?
This room contains a battered wooden mannequin and a weapon rack holding staffs and daggers, all lit by indigo-tinted light streaming through a window. The floor is stained and scorched. At the far end of the room, a broom hovers in the air, sweeping the floor by itself. This is actually a window, not a door.
Are there any daggers that are better than the one I have?
There are none that appear to be magical.
Damn, okay.
The mannequin has numerous cuts and chips. The weapons are mundane but finely made. There are 4 daggers, 4 quarterstaffs, and 20 darts and a bandolier hanging from one of the pegs. One wall holds diagrams of attack and parry positions for wielders of staffs and daggers. The broom goes about its cleaning business, seemingly ignoring your presence, as it gently sweeps the floor.
Right.
Sweep. Sweep.
Anybody want anything in here before we step out and go to the next room?
Sweep.
I'm kind of confused by this room. I kind of reach out and tentatively try to grab it.
It kind of animatedly dances out of your reach.
We going
How is a
straight through to
tabaxi
the
with
next
ranged
room or
weapons?
Back out to the hallway.
What? Chris, you're going back
Is
down
this
the
a
hallway?
door here?
It is a window out to the purpley
Oh, okay.
miasma.
Awfully purple out there.
EJ, you said what?
The ranged weapon. Like, what did
Darts?
you say? Arrows? Darts? And a dart gun? Or darts and
20 darts and a bandolier.
Wait, I know what a bandolier is, but, explain one more time.
You know when you watch an old western, you got those cowboys with the gun belts going across their chests?
You mean the bullet belts? Or whatever
Yes,
those
the
are?
bullet belt. It's a bandolier.
Okay, yeah. See, I knew, yeah.
If you go on Reddit and you go to the store and you buy a bandolier, that's what you're going to get.
Think of it as a sash, but
Yeah,
useful.
It's a bullet sash, or in this case, a dart sash.
Alright.
Oh, jeez.
All right, well, next room.
Yep.
All right. this
Anyone
one here.
actually like search or investigate this room?
You did not.
Oh,
I will do so.
Do it. Oh, looks like
is
Mark
this?
might have rolled one. Unless that
Oh.
was from before. You find nothing.
That was
Shannon.
from before?
I find what?
You find nothing. An animated
what is
broom.
this thing that looks like a cat from far away?
It looks like a cat.
It is a cat.
The entire far wall of this room is a floor-to-ceiling bookshelf. Even more books are resting on several large scarlet armchairs and small wooden tables, and there are several paintings on the walls. A fluffy black cat is curled up on one of the chairs. The cat,
I'm gonna go pet the cat.
sits up, meows plaintively, and approaches you. Make an animal handling check.
Ooh.
Ooh, all right. It seems to snub your attempts to pet it. Even though it meowed at first and asked for attention, and when you try to reach out for it, it bats at you. You know.
What if I just hold my hand out and let it sniff me?
I'll let you roll
They
animal
come to
handling
me.
again.
That's gonna be bad.
All right.
Yep.
You just don't have the skills to make a cat like you, I guess. Sorry. Himbo does
Not
though.
in this game.
Himbo plops down next to it and it climbs on his lap.
I would think it would consider him very large prey.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's lulling him into a false sense of security,
Like they do with people.
as it does biscuits on his furry belly.
Oh. I
I
examined
wanna-
the bookshelf.
Yeah, I'm
Sure.
gonna investigate the room.
Okay, well, let's see. There are lots of books. Almost all the books in this study were written by someone named Fistandia. Most of them are memoirs. You don't need a roll
Not
for this.
sure.
You just need to spend 30 minutes reading books in this room. But I will use those numbers, actually. So, who's reading and who's poking around the wall?
I'm
I'll
poking
read.
around the walls.
Okay. So,
I'll. Hmm. I'll poke around walls.
I'll read then.
Ninja, what's your passive perception? That's good enough. All right. So, from skimming over the books, you learned that Fistandia was a powerful mage as well as a priest of Mystra. Mystra is the goddess of magic. She frequented Candlekeep to further her studies. In exchange for her pious service and achievements in expanding the art of magic, Mystra granted Fistandia a permanent extra-dimensional mansion for her to reside in when studying in Candlekeep. Fearful that a guest might become trapped in the mansion, Fistandia hid the command word to open the portal to Candlekeep on the spines of 7 books
The
in her
GM is
mansion.
joking.
Yes. Did you catch that last part?
Mhm.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
So we need to find the rest of the books.
Koi finds a secret door behind the left bookcase on the far wall.
Sweet. I opened it.
You need to figure out how to open it. I need an investigation check. It seems to be some kind of a trigger related to this bookshelf. Also, sitting in one of the armchairs, Yenin finds a puzzle book with the letter I on its spine.
That must be one of them.
Your investigation was
What
Oh,
did
yeah.
the last book have on it?
R.
A R. R. I'll look inside the book. I'm guessing empty.
Yep. EJ, you need to make an investigation roll for me to find the way to open the secret door. Oh, School of Koi.
My character sheet window was closed. I had to reopen it.
Okay. Yep, you
There we
find
go.
it. I just gotta zoom in close enough to click on just... There we go. You have to find the right book on the bookshelf, and when you pull it forward in classic spy movie style, the bookshelf slides back and slides across, revealing a hidden staircase.
Dun.
The staircase descends into darkness.
Oh, it's going down?
It is going down.
Down.
Looks like you are also going down. All right, well, let me put you here then. And Gannon went as well. And you and you. It is, I think, dark. Right?
It is dark.
It is dark.
Drift globe?
Drift globe. Who's turning on drift globes?
I will.
I believe EJ has both of them.
No, I took
No,
one.
Bethany took
I'll
one.
I'll put well whoever's in front of me can put one in front of us, and then I'll put one behind.
You can just hold
think
it and then
you're
let
in
it go
front.
when a combat starts, kind of thing. So I'm just gonna make your character light up. I just need to look up the
Okay, well,
dimensions of the
they
light.
follow you.
You're
60.
the one in front.
Oh yeah, it'll follow within 60 feet of you at all times. That's cool. Emanates light or daylight spell. So light is 15 by 15, I think. Double check. Because it might have changed in the new rules. Come on. Yeah, 20 by 20. Okay, so I'm gonna make you emit light. 20 feet and 20 feet. And you also 20 feet and 8 feet. Bink. Okay, so you should have light now. See a hallway with a door. Actually, there's a door at the bottom of the stairs too, I think. Right next to where glass cannon is standing. Gas granite. Yeah.
I'd be afraid to use a glass cannon.
Well, I mean that's the point.
One of us opens the door. I'm not sure if it's me.
You know, I keep hearing gas cannon.
All right. So, which of these doors?
I will open the one that is here. But
Okay.
I'm not standing on his token because then he won't be able to move.
Oh, right. I just need to check something. Okay. So you're opening the one right in front of you. This one. Oh, there's a light in that hallway.
It's light in both
So I guess it's not dark. Okay. I didn't notice until I switched to the light layer. I see these
another
big...
door.
There is another door. Is Koi opening this door down here?
I can wait.
Okay.
I will open this other door.
Okay, you lead into a room smelling of alcohol and brine. Glass vessels, large and small, stand in rows on the floor and tables, ranging from 1 foot to 6 feet tall. Inside each vessel is the body of a creature floating in clear liquid. One 4-foot-tall container is missing its lid and has no occupant.
Is this the laboratory?
Gross.
I investigate the jars of fetal pigs.
There are bodies of a cockatrice, a flumph, a giant fire beetle, a small grell, a myconid sprout, a pseudo-dragon, 4 severed hands in the same jar, and a slod tadpole that's still alive.
Nope, the room's empty.
Ah.
Okay, just ignore these.
The 4 severed hands begin to violently hop about as you approach them, and they work together to pry the lid off the top of the jar.
Alright, I'm sure you can handle this room of nothing all on your own.
Just
Fighting?
Just gotta switch these
Hands.
to a different layer.
Oof.
Wow.
Crawling claws.
You know, Slad Tadpole is one of the Warlock familiar options.
Really?
That was our band name in Magic School.
Slud tadpole. All right, let's see. What do we got here? Is everyone rolled? It's not always easy for me.
No,
Oh, are you not rolling?
I looked at Clace and I said, you can handle this room of nothing on your own, and I walked towards the other door.
Ah,
I said
see.
nothing was here because I rolled an investigation of 3.
All right. Well, at the top of the round, this center one like kind of leaps at you as it breaks out of the glass. I would think Koi would hear the sound of ah. 17. Is that a hit?
Yes.
Why did it not auto roll damage? I will fix this. I fix.
You know we can.
Yes,
spell
I
your
do.
initiative
I do
rolls
know.
and stuff, right? Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna fix that after this game.
Just
is
checking.
over. Yeah. No, I appreciate that, but advantage toggle, whisper rolls, auto roll damage. There we go. So why didn't it roll the damage? I'll just roll it again. There. 2 bludgeoning damage as it kind of tries to punch you in the face. Himbo!
Just like hopping up.
Yeah, just like
Punching.
it's like Thing from Adam's Family, but it hops up and punches you in the face.
Go over to right here,
Okay.
and I hit it with a
Martial art
martial.
punch. All right, I think you probably kill it, but you can roll damage anyway. Oh yeah, you splat it dead. It's basically standing on the cabinet.
Yep.
Don't kick over the other specimens. You do have the ability to make an offhand attack, so if you want to move another space, you can attack a second. If you would like.
I'll run across the counter to this one, and
Ooh, that's a hit.
I think that hits.
fairly certain that's a hit.
It is definitely a hit. Alright, 8 damage will kill it. Why didn't... Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm going to put this on the map because it might matter. Let's see. We'll put the tadpole right there. You should be in the room so that anyone who watches the stream can see what's happening. Actually, I can just share Chris's.
I got it.
I can make Chris a stream character as well, but for now. Alright, that's Himbo. Crawling Claw. This one is going to come over here and attack.
When did this one come out?
It didn't. It's in the jar.
He's still in the
But
jar.
Mark's jumping up on the
Oh.
counters and kicking over jars, and so I figured I better put it on there before he sets that one free too. He tries to punch Himbo, and it hits AC 21 for 5 bludgeoning damage. Wabap.
Ooh.
And then the last one is also going to go for Himbo, and is going to... 17's a hit. 5. Uh-oh, are you down? Oh, might be down.
I'm down.
He's down! Yes! Sorry. Gannon? You have a cleric, so don't worry too much, Mark.
Right. If I use my luck to give me advantage, does that cancel the disadvantage from being too close to the thing in front of me?
What is the luck? Is it the feet?
Yes, it just lets you get luck points equal to your proficiency bonus, and you can spend them to either give yourself advantage on a d20 roll or give your opponent disadvantage on an attack roll.
Okay. Yeah, advantage and disadvantage always cancels each other out.
Right.
So you can do that.
I'm not actually going to do that. I don't
Okay.
think. I'm just gonna go with the regular disadvantage.
One right in front of you.
Eldritch Blast, the one right in front of me. Oof.
Okay, that's a miss.
I should have I should have spent the luck point.
Yeah, you maybe should have. Alright, Sarissa.
I'm gonna move up to this one,
Okay,
and I'm gonna hit it.
that's a miss. You try.
Right.
You do a pretty good
Great.
try. Alright, Ija, do you want to roll initiative this time so you can be in the turn order?
I didn't want to help them. I wanted to get out of this laboratory of gross things in water.
Yes, but now Himbo is unconscious. Oh, look at you going last. Tell you
Wow.
what, I'll let you even go now because we'll just say that was your roll last round since you go so late.
Okay.
Is there something you would like to do? Because obviously unconscious teammate is not a good thing. Especially when he killed 2 already.
Already done half
Word
the
of
work.
Radiance.
You did what? You tried?
Let's see. I'm going to step up beside Clays
Yep.
so that maybe I can get both of those things. This one and
This one you don't need to fight. This one's still in a jar.
Okay.
I put
So
it there
this
so that...
one.
Yep. So where are you stepping?
In case someone breaks the jar.
In case of emergency, break slot tadpole jar. All right, so
I
you're
don't know,
standing
like,
next to it.
him,
You'll be
kinda
all
right
right.
there,
Yeah,
yeah.
you'll be all right.
Word of Radiance at this guy.
Ooh, okay. Can you link it or roll it? Ooh. 12 con save. That is a fail, a big old fail. That is a dead crawling claw. That's the end of your turn?
No, I can probably take another step over and see what's up with the himbo.
Do you have a bonus action spell? Because if you don't have healing word, you can't do nothing to himbo this round.
Yeah, and then you're just putting yourself in range of the hand.
I do, actually.
You don't even need to be next to him to do that. All right. Himbo, you come conscious at full hit points. And
Woohoo!
it is your turn. It takes you half movement to get up off the floor. You have a crawling
It's not
claw.
letting me type it in.
I got it. Oh, no, it's not. Look at that.
Huh.
Interesting. Oh, I had it for a second.
Oh, I'm stuck on... I need to click stabilize. There we go.
Ah,
Current 9.
okay.
There we go.
All right. So spend half your movement to get to your feet.
Eat and then do a... Hoya!
Oh, it's dead. Unless you can only do 1 point of damage, it's dead. All right. Smack. All right. Let's see if there's anything in this room. Nope. Nothing else in this room. Oh, wait. No, yeah, I was right. I was right. I was right.
Okay, well, to the other room.
I don't know why you can't see it. There's a door right south of you right now, Zarissa.
Oh, okay. I'll open it then.
Okay.
Oh,
Dark.
what is this room?
This dark stone-walled room contains only a few objects. A 5-foot diameter circle of intricate runes covers the floor. There's an empty wooden bookstand opposite the door, and bronze braziers at the other 3 cardinal points of the circle. Whatever material they contained has long ago burned to cinders, but the room still smells of charcoal and sulfur. Sitting next to the bookstand is a warty toad.
A warty toad?
A warty
Aren't they all
toad.
warty?
Yes.
As I pass the door here, I'll lean down and look into the jar with the slad pole.
Okay.
Just kind of tap the glass a little.
It wiggles about.
Do they? I vaguely remember reading, like, do they reproduce, like, xenomorphs or something awful like that?
I don't remember. Yes. Judging by the art that I clicked on, yes, it definitely does.
Ugh.
Because it's bursting out of this
Can I
guy's
make an
chest.
investigation roll and look at the symbols on the floor?
Yes, you can. Make an Arcana check, actually.
Okay.
Ooh. It looks like a summoning circle.
Great. You
Summon
guys should come look at
portal,
this.
Maybe? Arcana? I still have disadvantage turned on.
All right, Koi, as you walk further into the room, you approach the warty toad, which immediately turns into a little demon form and attacks. So I'm going to clear this and you can re-roll initiative.
Can you zoom in on the warty toad?
Not a warty toad anymore.
Oh.
Oh, it's a closet.
It's a closet.
Is there a closet in your closet?
Apparently,
Boy,
yes.
Is that back time?
Did you literally roll a 1 again?
Yeah, well, my initiative was +0, so
Oh, yeah.
I'm rolling crappy.
Okay, we need one more. There we go. All right, descending order. Quasit appears. Ooh, Quasit goes first. I'm gonna change this so you can't see what I'm rolling. Quasit, Quasit. Always roll whispers. Auto roll damage.
Yes.
He's not harmless. You went in here. You were here. Don't keep moving and cheating.
I think they have a higher HP than most of the familiar options.
Maybe. He appears, he transforms from Toad to Quasit and then kind of flies toward your face trying to bite at you. But your armor class is much better than 7. As he kind of bounces off your chain shirt. Zarissa, would you like to respond?
What?
Would you like to go? It's your turn.
No, I know. I'm looking at something else. Okay.
I should start replacing the monsters with the ones from the new monster manual. Because there is a new
cast.
closet.
It's in the whispers.
Hold on 1 second. Oh, the new closet looks cooler too.
Is it the picture where he's tearing up a book?
Yeah, it is. Interesting. Yeah, I should probably try to go through and swap out features. But anyway.
Does that replace the tokens, or can you actually replace the
I'd have to replace the
whole
token to replace the monster. But I
Oh,
should be
okay.
using the 2024 stats whenever I can.
Right.
If you guys are playing 2024. What did you do? Dissonant Whispers, you said that is a wisdom save. That is a fail. Alright, roll 3d6 damage. Yeah, you're not messing around. This guy just explodes through his ears. He had 7 hit points. So you definitely did some overkill.
Cool.
Alright. Other than the summoning circle, which you can presume is what summoned this imp here, there is... Actually, you made an Arcana check earlier, right?
Yeah.
What'd you get on it? You rolled a pretty good one.
22?
Yeah. Okay, I'll say that with that Arcana roll, you can see that it looks like there was enough material used here to summon 2 of those.
There might be another one in here, whether it's in this room or somewhere else.
Great.
They can be invisible. Alright, we'll start at the back wall, arms width apart. Just walk from one end of the room to the other.
Oh my god. Sure, why not? Might as well get rid of it.
You spend a few minutes sweeping the room and you don't find anything.
Alright. Well then let's get out of here.
Why is this not working?
Is there anything down the hallway?
A
Doors.
door.
Is
There's a
it this
door
one?
right here? Yep.
Okay.
Would you like to open it?
I will open it. Mm-hmm.
Right. The air here smells of astringent chemicals. Long wooden tables stretch across the room, laden with vials, beakers, and flasks holding various liquids and powders. Books are stacked between the glassware and chemicals. Yellowed paper charts and blackboards full of complex formulas cover the walls.
Can we get an idea of what they were doing in here, or is it just,
You can make an intelligence check.
general weapon?
Or,
Intelligence?
yeah, it's just a straight up intelligence check.
But you don't recognize the
Not strong
herbology classroom?
Oof.
So far, no dice. Anyone else taking a look around?
Search for anything of value.
Intelligence.
Oof, wow. Ooh, there we go.
Oh,
Oh, that's investigation, not,
That's
not
investigation,
intelligence.
though.
There's the intelligence roll. School of Koi bringing up the natural 20 in here. You can deduce that the main goal of this room was to transmute various materials into gold. Judging by the scorch marks and acid burns on the furniture, the laboratory was the scene of several spectacular failures.
gold, you say?
There are 4 clay figures resting on a table in the middle of the room. They range from a rudimentary, barely humanoid shape to a small winged body so lifelike that it almost appears to be a real creature that is merely asleep.
I give it a tentative poke
Okay, you could make an Arcana roll.
with the dagger.
Did they turn living things into gold? Because this is very ornate.
It's actually for making
I think they were
homunculi,
making
says
golems.
Scannon. Right, the homunculi
Homunculi.
upstairs, yep. Several of the reagents seem to be quite valuable. And you find 2 potions of healing amidst the vials.
Ooh, add that to
No,
party
well, let's
treasure.
keep those.
And a puzzle book with the letter B.
Oh, well. We'll be taking that too.
That's the one.
I
What is this picture in party
Koi
treasure?
Koi's the one carrying those?
I don't
The
know.
books.
I assume so.
Yeah.
The books? Yeah, there should be at least
Yeah.
2 in my backpack now. The one that the
We should have
Well,
3.
I found
The
one.
himbo
I'm
found?
gonna hand it to you now
Okay, so you have all 3 now?
because I see
So-
you're collecting.
So
the
now we
other.
have 3?
Is someone writing
Okay.
down the letters?
I am.
Koi specifically has 3.
Okay.
We have rib.
Rib. That's it. You figured it out.
Ribbit! It's a frog!
I believe you know that there are 7 letters total.
Mhm.
Okay. I didn't know if I mentioned that before. All right. Where to?
There we go. 2 potions of healing in party treasure.
Perfect.
There's still the upstairs to investigate.
We should probably go.
Or any of those, the other, apart from the potions of healing, Anything else in there of value?
The
You said that
chemicals.
Some of them.
You figure there's about 50 gold worth of chemicals you could scavenge.
Cool.
You'd have to find a buyer for them, but there are alchemical
Right.
supplies, so you might be able to fence them right there in Candlekeep. Honestly, not really
Right.
fence, but yeah. All right, so you're going back
I
upstairs.
want to go back to the other library.
Okay, hold on. Don't touch your token. I'll move you. There you go. And
Okay.
you touched your token.
I did. As you were saying it, I did.
Yeah.
The letters R-I-P or
B.
R.I.B. I want to investigate this library more to see if there's any more books with one letter.
Okay, you exhaustively searched through.
I
and you
looked in
don't
the
find
big
any more.
library.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you going back upstairs? Either of you guys? All of you guys?
Yes.
Yeah, might as
Yeah.
well.
Okay, I'll put you back where you were. Don't touch your tokens when I'm moving them to a different layer. There we go.
Sorry.
Okay, so you are back in the study with the cat, who's about to wander off
Make
to the
my way
kitchen
over
to
there.
find some snacks.
Oh, we should go check and see if that stew's done.
Heck yes. Let's go.
Well, yes, of course the stew is done. Come on in. Smells great too.
All right.
Would you like to have a seat in the dining room?
Sure.
Points to the dining room. Large windows form an entirety of one wall, looking out on 3 planted beds filled with vegetation. Within this room, a crystal chandelier hangs above a table made of dark wood. 6 matching wooden chairs with scarlet cushions surround the table. A 7th chair sits alone in the far corner.
Why is there one lonely chair in the corner?
Are you asking me, the DM?
So
or-
that one guy can watch.
I'm asking. It's not a cuck chair. I'm asking the coriander.
Wasn't going to say it.
There are only 6. There are only 6 chairs.
You said it
6
for
chairs.
me.
That's
Must
because
be
my
where they
roommate and
put
my
the
boyfriend
ugly
for a
child.
while wrote it on a piece of paper and then stuck it back on the back of one of my kitchen chairs. And they would make me that joke all the time, so you're welcome.
I mean, I suppose that would be what a chair
What do
is
you mean
for
there's
in the bedroom, right? I mean,
There are only 6. Oh, there are 7
What do you mean
chairs.
there's only 6 chairs?
Coriander, did we get another chair?
Yeah.
No. No, 6 chairs. I see 7. Odd. Weird.
But you guys don't know why there's a 7th chair.
when the bard casts inspire.
It's a
mean-
mimic.
What?
And gets bit by his lyre.
That's a mimic. Roll initiative as the chair leaps to try to bite Zarissa, who's like poking at it and asking why there's an extra chair here.
I was not poking at it. It's over here.
No. That's over there because this one is sitting where the other one used to be. Oh yeah, I guess you wouldn't be poking this chair. It's a weakened mimic.
Zoom in on the mimic. Jared wants to see it.
Looks like it used to be maybe in that glass jar that broke downstairs. All right. I need to roll for the The mimic. Everybody should roll. The chair begins to hop nervously as everyone is looking at it. It's a
The
mimic.
mimics in Delicious in Dungeon are like hermit crabs.
Oh, weird. Alright, descending order. Himbo, you see the chair begin to grow a mouth where the butt part is.
Don't
And
mind
he
me.
firebolts it. Oh.
Okay. I run along the table. We'll give it a martial art wire. That's
If I throw a
17.
firebolt
That's
at
a
it,
hit.
is it going to hit anyone else that's near it?
And 7 damage.
7 damage. Let's make
That's
sure
what I was
it's not
trying to figure
immune to
out.
anything.
Firebolt? Probably not.
No, firebolt's a single target. You would be at disadvantage because you're standing right next to it.
Yeah, I was just looking at my spells, and I didn't know if that was one that would hit other people
All
or
right,
not.
you taking your offhand attack as well, or your foot, or your
Eight.
spear, or whatever.
Fireballs.
Holy
Don't worry about it.
moly! Oh, roll that crit damage. 13.
13.
Wow. Okay, he's not gonna attack her. He's gonna try to attack you. He's like, ah, ah, ah. Oh, let's see. What is his advantage? Okay, he lashes out with a pseudopod. Is that? Yeah, it is. Ooh, he also scores a crit. But it didn't auto-roll the damage, damn it. So I'm going to roll 2d8 and add 3. 11, you're down! And stuck to its pseudopod. He comes up, bah, bah, and the chair tongue just whaps him across the face. He falls unconscious, and it's now like slowly pulling it toward the mouth. It is your turn, Zarissa.
All right, I'm gonna try this, and it does. I'm sure it's not.
That
gonna
is a
work.
terrible miss.
Yep.
All right, Koi.
Ugh. Sacred flame.
Sacred Flame, DC 12 dex save. It is a success. Oh, wait. On a failed save, the target takes
What?
1d8. Oh, yeah. Is it, it's a first level spell?
It's a cantrip.
Oh, it's
I
a
think.
cantrip. Okay. I was going to say, if it's first level, it'll save for half. All right. Do you have any other actions? Bonus actions? Wink, wink.
Revive the Hassenpfeffer.
I don't know how many. I don't know how many spell slots you have, but.
You mean rabbit?
This is the human too.
Okay, there we go. It does say that. Okay.
What? What does it say?
Okay, a creature of your choice, which means only the Hassenpfeffer, correct?
Yes. For the healing word. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
8. So you're conscious.
Look, I can pet him between the ears with this one. I'm
and it
right
is-
here.
And it is Ganon's turn. Place.
And 8 hit points.
Yep. Yep.
Or am I just stabilized?
No, you're back to 8. Eldritch Blast. That is definitely a hit. Roll the damage.
Okay.
And you kill it. It is a weakened one. It was fairly damaged and hoping to catch.
That's the meanest furniture I've ever met.
It dies. And he goes, "Hey, what was that? Oh,
Bloody mimic.
gross. Get rid of it."
I'll throw it off of the terrace.
I like how you didn't think it was really a mimic. That's great. Oh, you're no longer stuck to it. When it dies, the adhesive kind of dries up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. I should replace all the monsters in the next one. Cool. Oh, the art's cool for this one too.
Can we have some stew now?
Yes! Stew! They bring out 4 bowls of stew. It's steaming and warm and fresh. And take a short rest. Not that you need it. I don't think Ganon used any of his one first level spell.
Got 2.
Or 2. Oh, you get 2 already? I thought they... Okay.
2 spells, 2 spell slots.
Right. Alright. How much later do I want to go? Still got all upstairs.
1 pound. Wait.
Yeah. How much? 1... No. Why don't we save the rest
How
for next
much
week?
later?
1 later.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, this is a good place. 10 o'clock. Almost 3 hours, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. We'll play next week, wrap this one up, and then we'll see how long before we can get a 5th character in here. But short rest is not bad. I don't think you get any spells back, EJ or Bethany. I think you are still down, so make sure those stay marked off.
Mhm.